4 months of waiting for like that amazing opportunity to watch me finding all the buttons. So this is really great. I'm so happy to see people. And I'm going to move back to my block and get comfortable. So we will start seated tonight. Jeff and Ted are excited to be part of this, so that's good. Good boy, he remembered. And I apologize for the bright sun. Hopefully it won't be an issue. Oh, I have to take off my glasses. I'm going to do my best to not step on them. Okay, and now I officially cannot see people. So we're going to start to find our way back into a regular practice. And I know everybody was doing yoga a few times a week or more outside of class, but in case you were not, no worries, you'll make your way back tonight. And so that's why this class is about the why of yoga. So for me, taking the break, I really needed time to unpack why the practice is important to me, how it makes me feel, all of those things. And not just physically how it makes me feel, but the connection and all the other great things. But what I want you to start with tonight, kind of settling in to this program that we're going to unpack together, is start by just kind of softening your shoulders, close your eyes, start to deepen the breath. And I'm laughing because I'm hoping that people can't hear the lawnmower that's now going outside my window, because Dan got set outside to play, and that involves lawnmower. That's his why. But as you settle into the practice tonight, think about what your why is. So why did you carve out time tonight? Why are you here? And with that in mind, start to think about what it means when you connect with that thing that you are looking for, that you are anticipating. How will you know when that happens? The other why of the practice tonight that I want you to think about is the importance of kind of what yoga means at that level of definition. So what does it mean to be in union, and not just with your body and the mind and your breath, but what does it mean to be in union with others? What does it mean to be in union with taking a risk, with finding that path? And then holding all of that stuff, and we'll come back to it at the end of the practice. But just take a moment, sit up a little taller, shoulders come back, lengthen through the neck, and maybe start to open your eyes. And then we're just going to take the head and kind of roll from shoulder to shoulder. And then just bring the head to kind of how it would normally be. And we're going to kind of lean back. So just kind of stretch back, open up through the shoulders, let your arms fall down. And then we'll just bring the head back to center. Okay, good news, Jeff. We're going to get up. So we're going to go right into a standing position. I can get Jeff to move. I'm going to strategically move my glasses and shut the window. So let's come into a mountain pose. And to do this, let's actually take our feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. Just kind of tuck the hips under. And that allows us to kind of really understand where the pelvis should be if we're intentionally holding it in place. I want you to kind of think about pulling up and back through the core, and then bring your shoulders up, back, and down. Let the arms just kind of hang. Now, if you want to make this really active, you can bring the palms so they face forward. Or if it feels right to just have them hanging at your sides, that's okay too. I want you to focus your attention on the feet while you remain really tall. And while you bring your focus to the feet, I want you to feel like you're actually sinking in and grounding in through your heels while lifting up kind of through the front body. And you can add to this. So the heels are kind of pressing into the earth. Your butt should feel like it's kind of pulling down, maybe tucking under, and then everything in the front is lifting up. So we're coming down, we're lifting up. Close your eyes while you're hanging out like this and just breathe deeply. Notice the sway. In this position, start to draw your attention to the outer edges of the feet. Maybe press into the outer edges a little bit, lifting up slightly from the arches. And then ensuring that the four corners of the feet kind of sink back into the mat. Toes are spread. Keep that breath deep. Let's open the eyes if they're closed. We're going to sweep the arms up, just bring them up and have them a little bit wider. Usually I'm like, roll them in. Don't, have them wider. And just stand like this and breathe, because when else in the day do you get to do this? And if you do, I'm jealous of your life, because this feels great to me. And then from here, lengthen a little bit more, lifting up. I'm going to grab one wrist and pull over. And we're going to do this bit by bit by bit. So with every kind of breath in and out, and we are breathing here, don't hold your breath. But with every breath, I'm just going a little bit further. And if you're falling in on yourself, keep it open. And then slowly coming up, bring the arms apart back to that wider alignment. Hands are apart and reaching up higher. Do that press into the heels, lift up through the front body. And then hold the other wrist, and we're coming up and over again, slowly making space. If your brain is starting to say, this sucks, what are we doing? Push through it. Just take the time. And then coming all the way back up, bring the hands apart. Arms are a little bit further apart, more like kind of holding on to a hula hoop or the earth. Feel the shoulder blades move together here, kind of pulling back. And then slowly let the arms come down. From here, sweep up slowly, lots of intention, grab some energy, bring the hands together. You're going to look up at those hands. Keep breathing. And then slowly kind of slicing down to the heart. And when my arms are up, like when I bring my hands together, I tend to do some kind of really funky grasping action. And I want you to try, if you do that, that's great because we're human. But try and just press the palms together, like active. We're trying to really engage all of those little bits and pieces we can do to bring our awareness to how our body can work. So let's do that again. Sweep up, bring the palms together, and keep them together not by lacing the fingers, but by pressing the palms together. And then as you're doing that, still lift up through the front body, tuck those hips under, maybe engage through the glutes. Heels are still pressing into the floor. We're still holding on the toes. There's so much happening here. And notice where you're feeling the pressure here. Is it between the palms? Is it the arms? If you're clenching your jaw, you're going to feel it in the jaw, so don't do that. Try and get a little bit taller. And then slice down. And this time we're going to slice all the way down. Soften the knees as you go. So let your hands come down. Knees are as bent as they need to be. And just find a position here that is comfortable, if that's possible. And just kind of move your head from side to side a little bit. Maybe hold on to the elbows. And notice as you get frustrated or feel that we should be moving on to something else, just notice that frustration. It's okay. Let's try and hold here for a few more breaths. Let's release the arms and then pull the hands up to your hips. Tighten through the core, bend your knees even more, press into the feet. Start to push your way up and then roll the shoulders back. It's a very kind of man in charge pose, as I like to call it. That real kind of like, yeah, we got this. And then just release the hands. Let's sweep up. We're going to do that all again. So create some space here between the hands, lengthen, grab one wrist up and over. Keep the chest open as you're doing this. Maybe going further. All the way up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Hold the opposite wrist. And we come over. Maybe going further. All the way back up. Bring the hands apart, let them come down. And then we sweep up, bring the palms together without lacing the fingers, just pressing them in, lengthening up. Grounding through the heels, pressing up through the hands. And then let's slice down slowly. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And let everything go towards the floor. So I've got my palms on the floor. You could hold the elbows. Find a little bit of movement here, maybe bending one knee a bit and then the other. Definitely watch the hamstrings. And then we're going to bring the hands to the hips once again, tight through the core, press into the feet, slowly rolling up. Bring the shoulders back and down. Good. So we're moving slowly and with intention, and that's to reacquaint the body with that, just the power of reopening and taking space and all of those great things. But we also want to be mindful that if this is something that you haven't been doing a lot of over the past while, and goodness knows I took a good long break as well from my mat as well, because that's just what I needed. But be gentle with yourself. Don't push as hard if this is a return. We'll put it that way. So I'm going to move to the top of my mat. And now my feet are going to be a little bit closer together than they were. And we're going to kind of do this slow exploration, a little bit into a vinyasa, kind of coming down up to a flat back, coming down and taking our time, kind of stepping back 1 foot at a time through different lunges. We're going to do different kind of alignment with the legs, and then we'll kind of move towards a downward facing dog. Again, do what feels good. If you need to take a break, come into child's pose, but just keep breathing and just kind of allow your body to just throw off whatever you don't need. All right, we're going to start with hands to the heart. Ask yourself that question again. Ask yourself why. And then looking for those answers to download, we're going to inhale, sweeping up nice and tall. Let's slice down slowly, lots of intention here. And your knees are going to bend as much as they need to. Touching the floor, fingertips are good. Make sure that head drops. Slowly kind of move up to your flat back. I should step back from the wall, my goodness. So my hands are, they want to come up, but I'm going to try and keep them right below the knees. We want to, in our flat back, feel like our butt is pulling away and our head is pulling away. Pull up and back through your core. Shoulders should pull together. Take a couple of breaths here. Just feel the tension. And my legs are as straight as they can be right now. And then I'm going to just fold forward. Let's move the hands to the hips, a little bit of a bend in the knees as we push all the way up. And let's inhale, sweep up. Exhale down, just slice down in front. Hands or fingers to the floor. Lift up to your flat back. Really enjoy that stretch along the spine. And then come back down with your hands or fingertips, just framing the feet. And I'm going to start by stepping back with my right foot. So this is a pretty loose higher lunge. It may be hard to see. It's hard for me to see what I look like on the monitor because I've got sun in my eyes. But my left knee is towards my left armpit. It would be great if your knee is stacked over the ankle. And I have kind of tripod fingers, so I have a little bit of give to the fingertips. While you're here, just kind of rock back and forward a little bit, just exploring what's holding us here. Keep the breath nice and deep. And then we're going to step that back foot forward again. Loading up to a flat back. Big breath in. Exhale. back down. Inhale, let's sweep all the way up. And then slice down, exhale. Fingertips to the mat, drop the head. Inhale, flat back. Shoulders are pulling away. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Drop the head. Left foot steps back. So fine tune this. Figure out what you need. I needed to pull my shoulders out of my ears. I was totally hunching up. My gracious. And when we're doing this slowly, we have the time to notice. I'm going to add a little bit of motion, kind of rocking forward and back. And then stepping that left foot back, forward. Let's float to the flat back. Exhale, forward fold down. And let's grab some energy and bring it all the way up. Maybe leaning back. And then bring your hands to the heart. Shoulders roll down away from the ears. And we're going to hang here. By hang, I mean standing. We're going to hang out here for a little bit. Just let your body and your mind and your breath all come into that kind of space together. We're going to go again here. So let's start by sweeping up. Exhale, slice down. Touch the ground. Inhale, flat back. So we lift to the halfway point. Exhale, fingertips down. Drop the head. I'm going to step that right foot back again. So you can stay here. I'm going to drop my knee and uncurl the toes. Now, if you need extra padding under the knee, you can flip over your mat. You don't have to. And in this position, I'm just going to hang out for a few breaths and I'm going to breathe. If it feels good, you could lift up here. So you're just finding your way with hands on that left knee. And as you start to, pardon me, lift up like this, pulling up and back through your core, you want to start to round through the back. And if you think you want to go a little bit further, just take the right arm up in the air, lifting up. Keep breathing through the wobble. And then let's bring the hand down. I'm framing my left foot with both hands. I'm going to pop up from that knee. And then I'm going to rock and step forward into my fold. Moving to a flat back. Exhale back down. Inhale, grab some energy, pull it all the way up. And then we're going to come all the way back down. Drop the head. Inhale, float to your half back. And exhale, back down. Big step back with your left foot. So we come into our lunge. Again, you can hang out here or you can drop that back knee down. I like to uncurl the toes. You don't have to. So again, for me, I'm like, where are my shoulders? I gotta pull them away, lifting up through the chest. Really appreciating how tight my hips are. But it feels like I could lift up, so I'm gonna give it a shot. Just make sure that you're breathing deeply enough to feel stable. And if you feel balanced, then you can bring your left arm all the way up into the air, maybe leaning back. And then I'm going to bring that hand down. I'm going to bring my other hand down, flip those back toes, lifting up, maybe rocking back once or twice. And then bring that foot forward, or as forward as it wants to go. Up to a flat back. Holding back down. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. Leaning back. And then hands come to the heart. Hang out here with your eyes closed. Nice deep breaths. Again, we're taking more time here between some of this vinyasa so we can really kind of connect body, mind, breath. Good. So we're going to go for another round of this. So I'm turning back to the top of my mat. Let's sweep up. Slice down. Lift to a flat back, pull those shoulders away, pull your butt back. Crown of the head is moving forward. And then bring your hands down. Drop the head. From here, if you are comfortable, I'm going to invite you to step one foot back and then the other foot. So we're into plank. Engage and lift through the core. So we want a little bit of kind of hollowed out through the tummy. Heels are pulling back. Crown of the head is pulling forward. Take a breath. And then move into downward facing dog. So this is where I always have to readjust my feet. Shake out the hair. And you can bend one knee and then the other. Just kind of move side to side. And then push back as far as you can go into the hips. Maybe bend your knees, kind of resting the core on the thighs. And then walk your hands back to the feet. So my knees are still really bent here. And then slowly I'm going to move all the way up. Reaching back. And then let's bring the hands to the heart. My left foot is going to step out just a little ways on an angle. Right foot steps way forward. So we're in a nice kind of pyramid posture here. Just taking a moment to notice how cute my dogs are. And then from here, I'm going to start to bend that front knee. Go as far as the ankle, don't extend further, and make sure that we're pulling up and back through the core. So this looks very much like a warrior one, so just let's complete that pose. And we're going to do that by sweeping the arms up. And you can have your arms wider today if you want. I'm going to roll in the shoulders a little bit at this point. Now, if you haven't been doing warrior one for a while, you might find that your back leg feels a little bit uncomfortable in this or a little bit weak. So I'm really pushing down into that back heel to keep that back leg from collapsing. From here, let's bring the hands to the heart. We're going to step forward, sweep up, swan dive down. Bring your hands to the mat. Lift to your flat back. And then exhale back to the mat. Fingertips or hands on the mat. I'm going to step back with my left foot, then my right, into the plank. So again, I'm trying to lift up, activating the hips a little bit. Heels are pulling back. Crown of the head is facing or pulling forward. You can kind of move around a bit here if that feels good. And then into down dog. If the breath is shallow here, deepen it. And then let's walk the hands to the feet, rolling all the way up. Reach to the sky. And bring the hands to the heart. Okay. Right foot comes out at an angle this time. Left foot steps forward. So I'm taking a moment here to kind of even out my hips. So my left hip I want to pull back. Right is going to move forward. And then I'm going to slowly sink into this lunge. Again, make sure this knee is not going past the ankle. Keep it here. And rather than pushing yourself forward, anchor back. So pushing down this back leg, really feeling that heel get active. Can add the arms. Couple more breaths. And then bring the hands to the heart. Step your feet together. Stick those arches together nice and tight. We're going to sweep up nice and tall. Slice down. Load up to a flat back. Touch the mat. And then hands to the hips, bend your knees a little bit, pushing all the way up. And then from here, step your feet wide. Close your eyes, let the shoulders drop away from the ears. And just enjoy kind of the power of this position while you rest. Good. And you can release the arms. Perfection. All righty. So I want to take you through, I should check. Oh yeah, we're good. We can keep going for a bit. So I want to take you through some forward folds in a wide-legged position. We are going to bring the arms behind us as we do this. So if you have shoulder irritation, maybe skip it, as in you could do the legs, but don't do the arms behind. And what else should I tell you? I guess just if your legs are saying enough, then you can take a break. Otherwise, if you need to move your mat, you can move your mat. Otherwise, just take a nice wide stance. And I want to have my heels out a little bit further than my toes. And then I'm going to, again, kind of tuck the butt under, pulling up and back through the core. My shoulders are going to roll up, and as they come down, I'm going to lace my hands together, which is looking like this. If it's more comfortable for you to do kind of like this, or even just have them back here, all of that is good. Find what feels good. But what I want you to make sure is that you have rolled down and back to get into that position. Like now I can't find my feet. There they are. Okay. So let's take a couple of breaths here. And then as you exhale, start to come forward. Let your arms start to lift up. So the hands are kind of making a rainbow or a half circle, whatever you want to call it, coming up. And get to a point that you're comfortable with. Don't push it too far. Holding and breathing. And then tight through the core, press into your feet. And we're going to reverse out of that. When you come back up, take a beat and let your arms go. And as your arms just remain soft, let your head roll from shoulder to shoulder. And then roll your shoulders back. Good. We're going to stack a piece to this now. One hand to the heart, one hand to the tummy. Keep the chest proud, shoulders are back. Take a breath in. And pressing in here, it's like I'm holding my gut in place. I'm going to come to a flat back. Holding and breathing. And then press into the feet, rise and back up. And release your hands to come behind the back. Roll the shoulders back to make sure everything's comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bringing those arms up and over as the head and the torso comes forward. Tight through the core, press into the feet, slowly coming back all the way up. Again, take a beat. Let the hands come back. Bring that peaceful love to heart center and to your core. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold as far as you can go this time. Press into the feet, coming up. And releasing. Beautiful. From here, bring what I'm calling the front foot. It's my left foot, doesn't matter, just choose a foot, open it up. From here, bring the arms out and pull back through your pinkies so you feel that nice opening of the chest, and then sinking down, soft warrior two. Turn your gaze to that front hand. Couple of breaths here. Again, it's really about pulling back through the pinkies. If you're leaning forward like I was, straighten it up. I remember immediately the minute I put on once I have the monitor on, it's like doing this in front of a mirror, right? You recognize where you get lazy, all the poor posture. Let's do a quick reverse warrior, drop the back arm, sweeping up, lengthen, maybe coming back. And bring the arm all the way down. You're going to straighten that leg, straighten that foot. Other side. Easing in, bring the arms out, pulling back through the pinkies. Now with your front leg, if it's flopping in, externally rotate. Keep it strong and solid. Pull back through those pinkies. Drop the back arm, reaching up, leaning back a little ways. And coming over. Straightening the leg, straightening the foot. All right, we're going to do a little bit for our hips, and then we're going to totally peace out. So you can bring your feet together. And now I'm like, I just suddenly felt like, oh, I feel so peaceful. And then I realized, you know what? It's because the dang lawnmower just stopped. I know Zoom has a little bit of noise suppression. I am praying to all the gods that that was kicking in so you didn't have to hear the ride on. All right, let's come down to the hands and knees in whatever way feels graceful and accessible to you. I'm also just taking a moment, and I don't know how well you can see this scene that's happening here, but it is it's incredibly expressive. So ridiculous dogs. Okay, so we're going to add in a little bit of a hip stretch here. I've got my hands under my shoulders, my knees are under my hips. So this is where we do a little bit of cat-cow normally, but we're going to go right into a little bit of a gait stretch modification thingy. I don't know the name of it. I probably once did. Those days are long gone. So what I'm going to invite you to do is take a leg. I'm going to start with my right leg, and I'm going to move it so that my foot is pointing away, and I've got this kind of little, I'm not explaining this very well. Yeah, so I'm just going to go right into the gait here. So I've started by bending the leg. So now I'm actually going to stretch it out. And as I stretch it out, I'm going to come back onto the side of the foot because otherwise it would be really uncomfortable. So I'm on one bent knee. Hands are under my shoulders, and I've got one leg extending out to the side, and I'm weight bearing on the inside of the arch. How's that for verbal cueing? Roll your shoulders away from the ears, keep the core tight. You're probably experiencing a nice stretch on the inner thigh. If you want, you can lean back into this. And then move back forward. We'll do this 3 times, leaning back and then forward. Once more, lean back and forward. From here, if it's possible, bring a hand to the hip. Lift up on the other side. And then the leg that is extended, that side arm comes up and crossing over the midline. And then sweeping it all back down. Bring the knees together. On the other side, we start by stepping that foot up, then stretch. I'm going to hit a chair here, stretch your leg out, create that gate pose. Take a couple of breaths. And we can kind of push back into this and then forward, push back and forward, once more back and forward. Excellent. From here, I'm going to bring a hand to the hip, lifting up. So I'm in my full kind of traditional gate pose here. And then the arm that is on the extended leg, I'm going to lift up and reach over. I guess we should have done both sides, but since we're here, stretch with the other arm too. And then we release. Good. Let's come on down to the butt. And then let's come down to the back. I always love the point at which we kind of come down to the mat. It always feels like we did it. We got this far. And it's kind of nice to just snuggle into the mat. Let your palms rest on either side of the body. And just check in with yourself. Make sure you're breathing deeply. And give yourself some kind of a positive affirmation that you've made it to this point. And that's the hard part. I'm going to invite you to pull the left knee in towards the tummy. And then if it feels comfortable, you can extend the right leg. Let's bring the left foot to the mat. I'm going to pull my right knee into the tummy. Shoulders are back. Then I'm going to extend my left leg. So thinking about that idea of yoga meaning union, I'm challenging myself to hold this space a little bit more comfortably, as in not rush through it. And part of why I want to get better at that is because it's in these moments where we really do try and connect body, mind, and breath that we get those deeper releases. So to be intentionally physically stretching, but also intentionally breathing deeply, which tells the brain, let it go, and not just physically, but we let stuff go emotionally, intellectually, like we just let it all relax. So as much as I sometimes want to rush through it, trying to just hold a little bit tighter, a little bit longer. So let's bring both knees to the tummy. A little bit of rocking back and forth. I'm going to bring my arms out into a cactus pose. This might not be something you like. If you don't like it, don't do it. You can modify. You can hang out here. I'm going to go into a spinal twist. So I'm going to slowly lower the legs to the right hand side. And then I'm going to push into the left shoulder. And this is a push. This is inviting the body to trust the breath and to trust the mind, the heart. Then let's move back to center. And let's lower to the other side. And again, pushing into the opposite shoulder. I like to challenge myself to find what the kind of pieces that's a struggle. So in this posture for me, my body is tight. So it's actually the breath that is the challenge. So if I can just deepen the breath, the body will follow. And then the mind will follow. Let's come back to center. Extend your legs up into the air. Bring your arms up into the air. So stretching up, tensing the body. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, kind of relax into dead bug. So the arms soften, shoulders hit the mat, knees are a little bent. But we don't collapse. We weirdly hang out. And then when you're ready, close the eyes, let the body completely soften, and find your perfect position on the mat. So take another moment and allow your mind to kind of re-enter and go back to that question we started with, the why. The why did you show up tonight? What were you looking for? hope you found it. And I hope you found other stuff. And really, more than anything else, I hope that you found yourself in that joyful space that happens when we carve out the time. So take a full body stretch, reaching from fingers to toes, just kind of acknowledging the challenging practice that your body has just completed. And then go from that full body stretch into knees to tummy. Give yourself a big hug. You are totally deserving of that. And then when you're feeling comfortable, roll into a seated posture or move into a seated posture in a way that feels good for you. And just hang for a minute and notice how you're feeling. Notice what's happening around you. And then you can also notice my gratitude because it feels pretty awesome to have folks show up on short notice and really jump back into this practice. It's very meaningful, and I hope it was worth your time. So let's bring our hands together in front of the heart. Again, allow me to just send love and thanks to each of you in all the different places that you are and all of your different communities. And please feel like y'all did a good deed because this was just fabulous. So thank you. Namaste. Like, I hope I can find the buttons without my glasses. Oh my gosh.